Hello there, everybody, and welcome to part 47 of Pokemon Sword. Last time, we dealt with the Darkest Day. We dealt with Chairman Rose, and we caught Eternatus, the one causing zero Pokemon to Dynamax all over the world. Today is the day. The day where we finally ruined this man's career. Over this week, we've been through a lot, but now we're ready. Our team will be a surprise. So, let's do this. You're going to want to have your best team ever assembled to beat Leon because, well, it is the championship match, and he is the champion, so make sure you have everything ready to go. Once again, I won't be using any items aside from the hold items, except for the ones that, heal you up. In fact, let me actually make a small change. All right, let's go. My matches are always sold out, but this, I've never seen a crowd this wild. Everyone knows what you did for us this week, Charlie. They know you're the one who caught Eternatus and saved the future of the Galar region. A real hero who battled alongside the legendary Pokemon Zacian and Zamazenta. I couldn't have dreamed of a better challenger to help increase my winning streak. Now that I've seen just what kind of strength you possess as the greatest of challengers, crushing you into the dirt will show everyone just how strong their champion truly is. Come on, Charlie. Let's make this a final match that will go down in Galar's history. No, a match that'll change Galar forever. We're going to have an absolutely champion time. He is the unbeatable champion, and his team really speaks for that. Aegislash is his starter. Well, the one he starts off with. Level 62, Steel Ghost type, stance change for its ability. And it has King Shield, Shadow Ball, Sacred Sword, and Flash Cannon to start. Not a bad lead. Not a bad lead considering the sole fact that it's got King Shield. And one Pyro Ball from Cinderace will definitely do it. So, I think I'm just going to waste time with the King Shields. Of course, it's also going to make me use up Pyro Balls, but at least I don't get the stat reduction from it. Alright, so we got that out of the way. Yes, sir! A super effective hit. I'd expect nothing less from your team. Well, Aegislash might have been, really easy, but there you are. Haxorus is next. Level 63, Dragon-type Mold Breaker for its ability, and it will have Poison Jab, Iron Tail, Outrage, and Earthquake. I'm definitely calling that Earthquake, so I'm going to use U-Turn. Leon's team pretty much has a counter for everything. In fact, it has such good counters for everything that all of Leon's Pokemon's moves are attacking. No status moves, nothing like that. It's just pure offense. And his team really does speak that way. Aegislash is pure offense. Haxorus is pure offense. And pretty much the rest of his team is offense. So, why don't we just do our offense of our own? King Ramsey's got to level 61. Mr. Rime. This team member is actually interchangeable. This one is, well, based on the sole fact that one of his Pokemon actually does change up. And unfortunately, Mr. Rime is faster. Aiming for a super effective hit is a surefire way to claim victory. Mr. Rime is level 64, Ice Psychic type, Tangle Feet for its ability. And it will have Teeter Dance, Psychic, Freeze Dry, and Thunderbolt. Yeah, Hot Buns. I'm not taking any chances. If he has Seismitoad, it will be the same level. Water Ground type, Water Absorb for its ability, and it will have Toxic, Drain Punch, Liquidation, and Earthquake. And if he has Rhyperior, it will be same level. Ground Rock type, Solid Rock for its ability, and it will have Earthquake, Stone Edge, Mega Horn, and Heat Crash. We're gonna go Pyro Ball. Once again, don't take any chance don't take any chances with Leon. He is a tough boy. He might be a dork, but he's a tough dork. Inteleon. So the reason why that team member is interchangeable is because he has the starter that you and Hop didn't pick. A tradition carried on from the good old days of last gen. His Inteleon his starter will be level 64, whatever type it is, whatever ability it is. His Inteleon will have Snipe Shot, Dark Pulse, Mud Shot, and Teal for a look. Meanwhile, his Cinderace will have Pyro Ball, Feint, Quick Attack, and Acrobatics. His Rillaboom will have Drum Beating, Knockoff, High Horsepower, and Endeavor. We're going to switch out to Ryza because Dragon types pretty much are safe. Yeah, they're pretty much safe, so I'm calling a Mud Shot. Yep. I was calling a Mud Shot. Pretty much Leon has counters for pretty much everything. Like, you would expect, well, grass types. You expect to take down an electric type Pokemon. Well, take out an electric type Pokemon for that very reason of it being a water type. But no, Mud Shot, which means Toxtricity is an absolute no-no in this fight. Its Snipe Shot is actually pretty powerful, really. It's really powerful, and it'll do all the damage regardless of, well, stats anyway. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but there you go. I'm going to go Poison Jab. I don't want to be stuck in an outrage state. I'm hoping to poison it. Of course, it won't matter anyway because Leon didn't use his full restore yet. Ooh, good. Yes. Good. You're probably going to full restore at this point, so Dragon Dance. No, you're not. Surprising. Ooh. Okay, hopefully this will be fast enough now. You're probably going to full restore. Yeah, since you're in the red, you're going to totally full restore. Yep. You can't be a champion unless you know how to spam full restores. See, why I'm not doing Outrage is because I want to give Leon a fair shot. I want to give Leon an absolute fair shot, is what I would say if I was an idiot. Well, it's pretty obvious that Crunch and Poison Jab don't really work out in the long run. So, just frick that. Leon can be really easy or really hard depending on your setup. And that's kind of what I like about this fight. Dragapult. This is another pseudo-legendary. The pseudo-legendary of Galar, even. It's level 62. It's also dead. Dragon Ghost type with clear plotting for its ability, so no stats will be lowered. And it had Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Dragon Breath. Unfortunately, Ryza got paralyzed, though, or confused, though, but that's fine. I'm not finished having a champion time here, and I won't let anyone else finish it for me! We all knew this was coming. Charizard. Level 65. Fire Flying type. Blaze for its ability. Fire Blast. Solar Beam. Ancient Power. Air Slash. This Charizard can really hurt you. This Charizard can really hurt. And because of the sole fact that this is my all-time favorite song in Sword and Shield, and this is my favorite battle in Sword and Shield because of the way that it's built up, how Leon was there from the very beginning, setting us off on this journey. I'm just gonna shut up and let this battle play out by itself because I want to give this battle the respect it truly deserves. My time as champion is over, but what a champion time it's been! Thank you for the greatest battle I've ever had! Congratulations, Charlie. You've beat even the unbeatable champion, making you the champion of the new region. You've become a first-rate trainer, all right. I offer you my heartfelt congratulations. And now that you've grown so strong, perhaps it's time I started looking ahead myself. It's time we adults start working on improving the here and now for the sake of all that's to come. And you, Charlie, what you ought to do now is believe in yourself and your partner Pokemon and keep blasting on ahead in order to create the bright future we all hope to see. People of Galar, here you have it. A new legend born right before your eyes. Your champion, Charlie. Bet you can't wait to see what kind of future a kid with this kind of strength might bring about. I sure can't. Let's watch and see what she can do. Yeah, don't think this is the end yet. It's pretty freaking obvious that we're not exactly done with Pokemon Sword yet. I would call this the unofficial halfway point of this whole thing. Like the unofficial halfway point, because we still have the post-game and the DLC to cover, but I hope you can see just what I see in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like, I do agree with some of the things that people do say about this game, how I wish it could have looked better, yes. Even though it looks really good in some areas, it just fails at everything else. Or fails to look really good in other areas, I suppose. Oh, there's the mouse! There it is! Game ruined, 0 out of 10. Like, I wish it looked better. I really do. I wish there weren't a whole bunch of story missing. Like, they really should have had time for more story is probably my biggest complaint in the main story. It's the fact that, you know, most of the story, especially revolving around the villain, was missing. Like, we could have had some establishment or some earlier establishment that Rose just fretted about the future a whole lot. Maybe he suffered tragedy in his life too. I mean, as is, what we have is fine, but out of nowhere. And yeah, this game is not the worst Pokemon game. I still stand by my point that the original Diamond and Pearl are too sluggish and the villain was too boring for me to care. Like, you can't seriously tell me that Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are, like, good. I mean, I have nostalgic feelings for them, but, you know, they're just way too slow and not good enough compared to Pokemon Platinum. I mean, compared to other Pokemon games, I would list this as, like, B tier. Like, B tier. Like, it's not the best Pokemon game in the world, but it's not the worst either. It's not broken. It's not, like, an absolute disaster of a game. I think this game is just fine. It's just fine. And I'll happily replay it whenever I get the chance. It did a lot of things right for a Pokemon game. And it really just shows you that Game Freak does listen. They really do listen, like letting you skip tutorials, testing out the waters of open worlds before Pokemon Legends got announced. And a whole bunch of other things, like eliminating grinding for real. And a whole bunch of other things that I've already mentioned. I like to look at the good side of video games that I play. I will acknowledge their flaws, yes, but I like to look and I'm like an optimistic man. I'm an optimistic man by nature. I'm not overly negative. I will acknowledge the things that are bad, but that's okay because I know Pokemon Sword and Shield are good games. So, for the present, that does it for a Pokemon Sword. That's the main story. We'll be back tomorrow for the start of the post-game. You are very welcome.